Hello everyone. In this question, we will use the scatter plot to find the equation and to interpret or um, to explain the rate of change for this scatter plot that has a relationship or a correlation between a distance traveled and price of air fare. To do this, let's follow this example. In this example, as you see, the question is which equation models the data given on the graph. So we have A, B, C, D, and because this graph is a linear regression, so it's a line, so we can use the y or the slope intercept form, and the slope intercept form as follows. It's y equal m represent the slope, or we can say the rate of change. So mx plus b, and b represent the y intercept, and we know that the y-intercept when x equal 0. So if we start with the b or the y-intercept, we can notice something like this. We can see that the y-intercept is 200 when x is equal 0. So when x equals 0, here when x equals 0, the y value is 200, so the y-intercept or b equal to 100. Based on that, immediately we can cancel the option A and the option B based on just we have the y, which is equal mx plus 200. The question is which one is the right answer, the 0.3 or the 0.7. One of the options that we can use, first I don't need all that, one of the options is to use some of the points, guess some of the points, try to find a suitable points on the graph. Let's try to find one of these points. For example, let's try with a 1000. So 1000. So if the x or the distance is 1000, here is the 1000. So in this case, we are using the 1000s and rise as much as we can to reach to this point. So the y value is 500. So here we can use the first equation, which is y equal 0.3 x plus 200, and this is equal to 3 over 10. So here is the x multiplied by 1000, add this to the 200. We can cancel the 10 with the 0, so 3 times 100, it's a 300 plus 200, which is equal like 500, and it's a reasonable answer. What's about now using the 0.7 x plus 200? So we can use it like this, y equal 0.7 x plus 200, which is equal to 70 over 100 times 1000, or we can use the parentheses like this, times 1000, add it to the 100. Now we can cancel the 100 with the two zeros. Now 70 times 7, which is 700, plus 200, which is equal to the 900. That's mean if the x is 1000, so the y will be in this point. So this point is too far. That's why we can see that the answer is C. So this is the first part of the question, finding the equation. Let's go to the interpret the rate of change. So we will choose C first. Now we can see that what does the rate of change represent the context of the data. First, look at the first option. The price of airfare increases by 0.3 for each mile traveled. So here is the equation. If we reach to this equation, so what is the meaning of 0.3x? That's mean exactly based on this equation that when you say y is equal to 0.3x plus 200, so the 0.3 mean that if we increase by 1, so I cannot represent this on the figure because 0.3 is very small, but this is the idea. So if the x increases by 1, then the y is rise up by 0.3. So each time x increases by 1, you raise up by 0.3. For example, if you reach to the 2 for the x, then you will raise up by 0.6. Of course, this is not a good representation, but this is just for explanation. So this is the meaning exactly of the rate of change. So I can see that the first option is right. Let me check again. But there's a problem with this one. So look at this. The price of air increases by 0.3 for each mile traveled. This is correct. No, there is no problem with this. So let's go to the B. B, the price of airfares decrease 0.3 for each mile traveled. So if we look at the graph and we see the graph, we see that the X is going to this side, increasing. So each time the X increasing, look at the Y. The Y, for example, here, so if the X is 0, the Y is 200. Look at that. If X increases to 500, we can see that the Y will increase also to 100. So here Y is increasing. And another thing we can say that anytime the graph is from the left to the right, if you want to remember this, and from left to the right, and the graph is going up, that's mean there is increasing relationship or correlation. So in this case, we can say that this option, which is option B, is not right. Now the option C, the price air fare increases by 0.7 for each mile traveled. This is not true because we figure out, or we discovered, or we found that the equation is 0.3. So 0.3 here is the rate of change or the slope. So this is not right. And the last one is the price of airfare decreases by 0.7 for each mile. Two mistakes here. The relationship is increasing, not decreasing, so this is not right. And the rate of change is 0.3, not 0.7. So we will figure out that the answer is A. Let's check the first one. This is correct. Let's check the second one, which is correct. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you get the idea how to find um, uh, an equation and how to interpret the rate of change. See you in next videos.